Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Mulligan. We're going to read our objective today. That means, what are we going to do today? Well, the one thing we're going to do is we're going to look at a book. And we're going to look at the book from the front to the back. We're going to look at the book in the inside as well. So read with me. I can. Use language. To identify. Identify means find. Parts of the book. So, boys and girls, I like to use a lot of vocabulary words at the beginning of teaching you literacy. Why do I do that? Because when your teacher is teaching you, they're going to say words that mean the same thing. They're called synonyms. And when they use those words, you need to know what those words mean. Okay? So we're going to start off with looking at the front cover of the book. This is the front. Usually on the front of the book, there's a title at the top or the bottom or the middle. And usually the title is very large compared to the other print on the page. Underneath it usually is the author. So here's the title. See how big it is? Let's count how many letters there are in that word nighttime. There's one word. Do you remember the space? Tells you that's a word when it's chained and linked together. Let's count how many letters there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 letters in one word called nighttime. And that's actually a compound word. 2 words put together to make one word. Night and time. When we chain them together, it's called nighttime. But you need to know underneath it is the author. That author means who wrote the book. Miss Mulligan didn't write this book. You didn't write this book. Joy Cowley wrote the book. It says Story by Joy Cowley. She wrote the book. Illustrations is a word you're going to hear a lot. When you hear about illustrations, say that big word. Illustrations. It means pictures. There's a moon. It's a picture. It's an illustration. The cabin. It's a picture. It's an illustration. It means the same thing. It's a drawing or a picture. Illustration. The illustrator is the person who drew the pictures. In this case, it's Isabella Lowe. Okay? Now, if I take a look and I flip the book over, that is called the back of the book, not the front. This is the front. The opposite side of front is back. Okay? Say it out loud with me. Front, back. Now, if I look here, I see these pages open, but this part is glued together. See how that's glued together? That's the binder of the spine. Say spine, binder. That's what holds the pages together. They even have a little staple in there to hold that together. Okay? Front, back, spine. Now we're going to open up the inside of a book. The inside of the book. And when you see this first page, it's usually like this, but maybe a different illustration. It'll repeat the title most of the time, nighttime. The word nighttime or the text or the print will be mostly likely be the same, and it is nighttime. One word. I define the word by space. These letters make up one word, nighttime. They're linked, chained together tightly. Nighttime. Okay? And again, you might see the author, that's who wrote the book, and the illustrator who drew the pictures under it. So as I open up my book, I need to look and see where I start reading. So when we open up the book, we always start on this side and we read that way. So I'm going to put my hand on the edge here. If I lay my hand down, I can find the first word. The print is right here. And remember, when we read, we go this direction, but there's no more. So I'm going to go down, sweep, go under the print. Which way do we read? That way. And then I'm going to stop because there's a little dot there. It means a period. Stop. When you see that period, right in front of it is the last word. So again, this is the inside of our book, the first page. I find that edge. I lie my hand down. And I know it's this direction. And I know that this is a word because there's space. One word. Two words. No more. Three words. Four words. Five words. Six words. Stop. Last word on the page. First word on the page. Beginning word on the page. Last word on the page. Ending word on the page. Okay. Then we're going to keep going this direction. Right here. One word on the page. Two words on the page. Three words on the page. Four words on the page. Five words on the page. Six words on the page. Stop. There's a punctuation mark. It's a period. It means stop. I stop reading. So I know that's my last word on the page. Ending word on the page. I know it's first word on the page. Beginning word on the page. Then I see this is open here, and I'm going to turn to the next page right here. And I see the pictures up here. I see the illustrations up here. Pictures and illustrations mean the same thing. Drawings mean the same thing. Text, print, they make up words. There are letters in this word. One letter, two letters, three letters. Three letters in the word the. First word on the page. Another name for it is beginning word on the page. I'm going to follow it that way, no more, and I'm going to sweep under it. Keep going. Where's the last word? Where do I stop? Last word on the page. Ending word on the page. Then I go this direction to read. And I look up here. And whatever comes first, remember, is my first word right there. One word, two words, three words, four words, five words, six. Stop. Period means to stop reading. Last word, ending word. First word, beginning word, next word, next word, next word. Then this word is the next word. Last word. Stop. Ending word. Then I turn the page again. Where do I start to read? Remember, put your hand here. What direction do we go? We look down here to see our first word. You find it? One word. 2 words. 3 words. 4 words. 5 words. 6 words. Stop. Last word. Again. First word. Beginning word. Next word. Sweep. Go under it. Next word. Next word. Next word. Ending word. Last word. Stop. Go that way. Again. Find the first word. First word. Next word. Sweep. Next word. Next word. Next word. Ending word. Last word. Stop. See the period? Like a stop sign. Stop. Isn't that awesome? Okay. This is the last page of the book. Usually there's a blank page where there's no more print on it. There might be, but it's not part of the story. This is it. This is the last page of the book. And if I would flip it, that would be the back of the book. Last page. If I close the book, it's the back of the book. Where do I find my first word? Yep. Beginning word. First word. Next word. Last word. Not last word. I'm sorry, that's the last word of the sentence. The last word on the page is over here. We'll get to this later. But it's part of a sentence because it has a punctuation mark. This is the first word, beginning word. Next word, next word, sweep. Next word, next word, next word, next word. Last word on the page. Ending word on the page. Because if I sweep down here, there's no more. This is last. Just like when you're in line. First in line. Next person in line. Next person. Next person. Next person. Next person. Next person. Last person at the end where the line stops. That's another way. It's an analogy of looking at how print works. Now watch what I do. I shut the book. That's the back of the book. Front of the book if I flip it over. Now you know more than you knew before. So, you're going to hear lots of different words that your teacher's going to use or Miss Mulligan. And I'm going to really talk about the vocabulary at the beginning in kindergarten, in first grade, and to hear it over and over. Because there's a lot of words that we talk about that we don't really show you unless I show it in a book, what those words mean. So when I use the language, I'm going to frame things in. First word, beginning word. Then I go this direction to read. There's no more. There's no more words, so I go down and I sweep under it. And I keep going to find my end word. No more. Gotta go back. Sweep under it. And then last word. And how do I know that? There's no more down here. There's nothing down here, and there's a punctuation mark. Right before the punctuation mark is the last word. That's an exclamation point. Sometimes you see a period. Stop. Exclamation point with that line and a dot means, oh, say it louder. I'm excited, and I'm going to read it exciting. I can. Use language. Use language to identify parts of the book. Parts of the book. Now you know more than you knew before. I would love for you to show me the front of a book or the front of a magazine in your house or the front of maybe a newspaper page. Okay? Have a good day, boys and girls. Bye-bye.